Welcome back to the Paddy Power Sports Network. I'm Pat Williams with Kenny White. We're talking NBA basketball. We've got 3 matchups to talk about. Kenny, before we get into the specific games, let's talk about your NBA power ratings. And you've got the San Antonio Spurs in the number 1 position.
No, Pat, this team could have been the NBA champs last year. Should have been the NBA champs. The power ratings are all based off of line movement and projection of the game and how the game is played. So these numbers come out really close to what the betting line's supposed to be.
All right, specifically, a little shocking to me personally, you've got Golden State as your number 4 ranked team right now in the NBA. Not saying they don't deserve to be there, but they're ranked higher than the Clippers, the Thunder, and who I think might be the best team in the league right now, the Indiana Pacers.
Well, you're right. I mean, Indiana's played great. But, Golden State Warriors, easy to defend. Mark Jackson's done a tremendous job. He is a very unheralded head coach. But it's the backcourt. It's Curry and Thompson, the best backcourt in the NBA right now. They're leading this Golden State Warrior team. They got a shot to play in the NBA Finals. They could beat San Antonio.
All right, let's take a look at a Thursday night NBA matchup. We've got the LA Clippers taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Kenny, 2 teams with NBA championship aspirations. They just met in LA. It was a great game. Let's talk about this matchup.
Oh, this matchup, little revenge now for Oklahoma City. They lost in LA. The Clippers were a 5-point favorite, total of 209. It came 214. I think you're going to see about a flip-flop on the spread. You're going to see Oklahoma City now a 5-point favorite. Total's going to be adjusted up because these are 2 running teams. In that first game, the pace was 101.5 per team.
Now, when you talk about pace as it relates to the total, it looks like the entire NBA is playing a little quicker this season.
A 2.5 possessions per team, which is 5 more possessions per game. But we got to remember, it's early in the season. Everybody likes to run early. When the losses start to pile up, some of those teams slow down.
And one note that there was a pretty good, not a good fight, but a fight in the last game. Serge Ibaka and Matt Barnes both getting ejected. Friday night, let's take a look at Golden State traveling to L.A. to take on the Lakers. This is little brother now playing big brother, but we've got Golden State a 7-point favorite in this spot.
Yeah, always a California State rivalry game. Golden State, we just talked about how solid of a club I think they are. L.A. without Kobe Bryant, that's a 6-point drop-off. When he comes back, L.A.'s actually going to be a pretty formidable team, but it's probably going to be much too late in the season to make a playoff run. Golden State needs to win every game they can right now against L.A. without Kobe. 7-point favorite on the road is pretty high, but I think it's very fair the way Golden State's playing right now.
All right, Stephen Curry, before you make a wager on this game, Kenny, we got to make sure he's playing. He's Golden State's best player. You've got this Game 7. If he doesn't play, how does that affect the side and the total?
Now, I'm going to make Golden State just 3. I'll take 4 points off. Could be worth 4.5, actually. It could be around 2.5 on the number. Total, you got to move down about 2 to 3 points. I'd say about 208 on the total.
All right, Kenny, before we get to our final matchup, let's talk about a team to watch right now in the National Basketball Association. We got the Portland Trail Blazers through 11 games. They're 9-2 straight up, 8-3 against the spread. Kenny, let's talk about where this team sits right now in your power ratings.
Pat, this is one of the bigger climbers in the ratings so far. They've moved up 4.5 points in the power ratings. Still just 14th in the NBA, but just 2 points out of the 9 spot. There's a lot of, they're in the parity era right now of the NBA, right in the middle, but they keep moving up. They might be in the top 10 soon.
I think a big help for this team, they've got Lopez in there banging at the center. That lets Aldridge go out to that stretch 4 where he's so effective, and their backcourt getting it done right now with Lillard and Matthews. Definitely a team to watch right now in the NBA. All right, our last matchup Saturday, we've got Orlando. They don't have to travel very far to take on the Miami Heat. We've got the Heat 13.5, 199.5 is the total. Kenny, a big spread, a big hurdle for the Orlando Magic to cover.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And so far, the Magic have really gone through the motions, 4 and 5 ATS on the season. They're going to be a big favorite in this game. 13.5, that's a lot of points. That's where it's going to be about, though. I think if you can get that many points, there's probably worth a look at Orlando because Miami knows regular season doesn't mean a lot to them right now. They want to get to the playoffs in good position, healthy, and be able to win a 3rd straight NBA title.
All right, that's a look ahead this week in the NBA. For Kenny White, I'm Pat Williams. We'll see you right back here on the Paddy Power Sports Network.